think this is working, but I'm not quite sure. I assume this is working. I'm hoping this is working. Hopefully I'm not just talking to myself. So we'll see. Okay, so it is working, so that's good. So I can sit and talk to myself for a while I watch Chelsea, and who knows. Hello to anyone that is watching. I hope you are you're having a good day or good morning or whatever time it is wherever you're watching. It is 1 o'clock in the morning here in England, and that shows either madness or dedication to watching Chelsea at the moment, because I still think we're going to lose. I think we're going to get beat by Wrexham. I think it's going to be 2-0. Looking forward to seeing a few of these new signings. But hopefully they can do something, anything at this rate. If there's any suggestions of the scorelines, obviously let us know, and we can talk and see if anyone agrees with me, or if people think that actually Chelsea might be able to do something, if they can bring some optimism to pre-season after what was the most embarrassing season I've ever watched as a Chelsea fan last season. Very, very young lineup with this one. I mean, I don't even know some of these players. Looking forward to seeing Nicholas Jackson, though, as a striker. Will he actually be a striker this season? Just a striker that can score goals, or at least have shots and goal, would be really, really nice. It's been somewhat lacking the last few years. And now that Aubameyang looks to have gone to Marseille, Lukaku is, God knows where he is right now. But he's away from the club, which is the main thing, it's a good thing. I think Chelsea will win easily. I mean, I hope so. We should. Once all the first team players come on, they should have enough quality. But we've seen Chelsea lose a lot last season, so maybe Pochettino has changed a lot behind the scenes. He's brought some confidence to some of these guys, and maybe there's new hunger. Maybe I just don't have the same confidence. I'm one of those Chelsea fans at the moment. So we will see. Interesting to see Santos and Casady working together in the centre of midfield, because I think that's the area that we're really lacking in depth. We just don't have enough quality players there. Like, you've got Enzo, yes, and I know we're going after Caicedo, but the guy is taking so long to get the transfer sorted. I just don't see it happening. I see it just being a mistake, that we should instead be going for a quantity of quality players rather than one, like putting all our eggs in that one basket. I'm concerned, but maybe these two guys start to show the sort of qualities that can bring them into the team, and hopefully sort of back us up a little bit, give some reinforcements. But we'll see. We'll see. I can't get over the fact that Trevor Chalobah is the captain. I'd never thought I'd see the day that the most average Chelsea defender is our pre-season captain for now. But again, it shows sort of the lack of depth. It shows the just the general lack of depth at Chelsea right now. Chelsea, but I also like Ryan Reynolds. It's a conflict of interest. I know it is tough, but there's also Rob McElhenney. He's pretty cool, pretty good looking guy as well. What do I think about the lineup? I think it's a case of let the kids play for 45 minutes and then start introducing some of the senior players. I like that it's young. I think it's good that he's giving Cucurella another chance, because the guy must be so low on confidence after last season. I like Malo Gusto coming straight in, because heaven forbid, touch wood, that Reece James doesn't get another injury. But if he does, we need to know there is a good deputy there. Maatsen played really well at Burnley last season in the Championship. Give him a chance. Why not? And then Jackson up front. I'm excited to see what he's about. Really don't know a lot about him. My co-host on the SGFC knew a bit more, knew more about his time in La Liga. So we'll see. We can't take a lot from pre-season, can we? These sort of games are build up your confidence, build up your fitness levels, because we've still got 5 weeks and we've got 5 or 6 games still. So just touch the ball a lot, get all your mistakes out now, and I guess at the same time have a bit of fun. Have a bit of fun, feel the football again after your summer holidays, and hopefully win. Hopefully. We'll see. We will see, though. Got to try and find all the players' numbers, because there's so many that aren't just like standard numbers for this game. I've got to see what's going on. Will the game be streamed live here? No, it won't be streamed live here. That would be against all sorts of YouTube rules. And being a new and small channel, I don't want to get shut down straight away. You can watch it on the Chelsea website. I think you can log in and watch it. It depends what sort of region of the world you're from, but you can also watch it on like ESPN and plenty of other places. But not here. Put it on the TV, put it on your phone, put it on your laptop. And I keep this stream open, and we can chat about the game. We can see what's going on. Not sure what I think about this kit either. It's a bit. They were in all the PR stuff. They were treating this as like a 90s retro kit. And I'm looking at it now as like, is it really a 90s retro kit? It's not great. I'll be honest. And also the fact we don't have a sponsor yet is concerning. I'm amazed that a club the size of Chelsea is struggling to find a shirt sponsor. Oh, Jackson going through. Oh, Maatsen 1-0 already. Ian Maatsen goal after 2 minutes. Well done. A bit of direct play. Something that was severely lacking from Chelsea last season. All right, okay. Maybe my confidence should be here. Good bit of play. Jackson running around defenders, getting through the middle. Nice little pass off to Maatsen. Slots it in. Ben Foster probably should have done a bit better. It did kind of go under him, but good start for Chelsea. I mean, the commentators just said good start. I was like, absolutely. Well done. Okay. Pre-season is officially underway for Chelsea. 1-0. Let's go. My God. What's going on? What's happening? Are Chelsea going to be good? I mean, again, it's League 2 Wrexham, but already doing better than I thought we would. I'm shocked. Let's have a look, see what is going on. And my login crashed. Excellent. It's always good when you're trying to watch and talk about a game, isn't it? Okay, we're back to normal now. We're good. We're good. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, it's early, isn't it? A couple of minutes into a pre-season game, you can't think about it too much. But Chelsea look a little bit alive. Again, watching us all last season, we're looking alive. We're looking a bit more like, okay, we know how to play football. And is that a case of, management coming in? Oh, through again? No, unfortunately not. Is that a case of getting rid of management? Is it a case of getting rid of deadwood players, like players that obviously just didn't want to be here? I don't know. But all good so far. All good. I want Ryan Reynolds on the pitch, don't we all? He's got to be in a Deadpool suit, obviously, or what's the point? Must be mad for some of these Wrexham players as well. You're playing games in the USA. You're a League 2 team. I mean, last season you were a Conference League team or a National League team, and now you're playing in sold-out stadiums against Chelsea, United. It must be surreal for them at the moment. Chelsea coming under a little bit of pressure, but all good, nice and calm at the back. Again, something we're not used to as Chelsea this season. You just think without Thiago Silva there, who's leading that line? It looks like actually Trevor Chalobah is stepping up to be in that captain role, which is great. I'm gonna text my co-host and see if he is watching, and he should definitely get him to join the talk. Yep, exactly. They would have been bankrupt and non-existent, essentially. So they're doing pretty well. Pretty well. It's amazing what a bit of money can do for you, and two Hollywood stars. Chelsea have much more money, but not the same Hollywood potential, and it's a bit more of a Hollywood flop at the moment, rather than a blockbuster. defence is looking pretty solid so far. Able to deal with balls calmly, which again is good to see. Doesn't happen often. So maybe these are some players that are looking to push this season, trying to get into that, into that starting 11, into the subs bench. People like Maatsen, Kukureya's obviously got to find his way back into the team, because you've got to think now that Ben Chilwell is hopefully at full fitness, he's first choice, but he's got to show that he's here to compete. He was asked recently about his future at Chelsea. He said, I want to stay, I want to fight for my place, which is good to see, because he came with such a big sort of weight in terms of his transfer fee, and I think that's kind of been held against him so far. But as with all Chelsea players, I do want to see them succeed, as much as I did just take the mick out of him last season on pretty much every episode of the podcast we filmed. So, but he's a Chelsea player at the end of the day, so we should support him, even though he does like to play a bit Mickey Mouse sometimes, But just making more tackles here. He's doing okay. Again, League 2 side. I'll take it right now. I'll just take it. It's all good. He's got to be offside, surely. Surely. Oh no, alright, keeps coming to get anyway. Oh, there we go. He's offside. Got to say, this Wrexham kit is pretty nice, That's a nice little kit. I was talking about Chelsea's kit earlier being a bit crap. Wrexham's kit is bloody nice. It's nice to see Wrexham sort of asking some questions of Chelsea now. They're not content just to sit back and let Chelsea play. Like they are putting Chelsea in the back foot at the moment for the last couple of minutes, which is also good for Chelsea as well, just being in that position of how do we defend? How have we got to stop this? Playing a 4-3-3, we need to remember when we get the ball, who are we going to get out to? How are we going to stop their possession? So far, so good. So far, so good. Until the ball comes in. Oh, that was a good ball, That wasn't a bad ball. Honestly, I can't imagine some of the conversations these Wrexham players must have had with their wives and stuff. Like, we're going to America for 6 weeks. We're going to play against Chelsea. We're going to play against Manchester United. Just make sure the house is clean when I get back. Yeah, they must be having the times of their lives, honestly. Oof. A little bit loose there. Not seen a lot of Andre Santos so far, who I'm really interested to see, come with a big reputation. Did really well at the Under-20s World Cup recently. So I do want to see him get on the ball a bit, Oh, hello. Oh. Chelsea going through the middle again. Oh, Maatsen unfortunately couldn't get to that ball. But good build-up play. Quick build-up play. Completely opposite to what was last season. Like, we seem to be attacking through the middle, which is good because we've got a number 9 now. And it's fast. We saw this kid, what's his name? Sasado? Just going through players, which is great. Ball into Jackson, 1-2, off he goes. It's just refreshing to see this as a Chelsea fan. After the football we had to endure last season was heartbreaking and just soul destroying at times. And yet somehow, whenever I got the opportunity to go up to Stamford Bridge, I was there. So I don't know if I was wasting my time or just trying to enjoy something else about the day. Wrexham back on the attack though. They're doing all right. I've got to give Wrexham credit for really giving it a go. You know, they look in decent shape for some League Two players that have been out to Vegas for a couple of nights as a celebration. They're asking questions of Chelsea, which so far Chelsea have answers for. The only thing I'd be concerned about is these sort of situations of corners and free kicks, because they've got some big players like Mullins, Ollie Palmer, who I don't see a lot of strength in our back line with this 11 that's out in the field. I mean, you look at that, the strongest player is probably Chalobah, and he's not really a sort of unit, is he? So Mullins just knocking Cucurella over, no problems there. I just flipped him over. Just like with one hand, he's just flipped Cucurella like on his arse. So I told you, they're decent. Those are their opportunities. If they can get dead balls, get balls into the box, they will cause Chelsea problems. Ooh. Okay, a few good little touches there. I'm all about that. I'm happy with that. That's crazy. The fact that the League Two starts in 17 days. Like, this is Chelsea's first pre-season game, and Wrexham are going back to league football in just over 2 weeks. This break has been so quick, but it'll be good to see a bit of league football again. I mean, I've been starved of football these last few weeks. I was watching Bournemouth versus Hibernian because they had like a friendly that they played in Marbella. I watched a little bit of the Under-20 World Cup that England won, which was really good. I've watched Arsenal's pre-season, just all these random teams that I would never watch in in league time, just to get my football fix, because it's been tough, real tough the last few weeks. Still got 5 weeks left till the league kicks off, so pre-season will have to do for now, but I'm still hungry for some football. Any bit of football I can watch at the moment, I will take it. Oh, see, that was another really good ball in there, straight from a throw-in, right on the penalty spot. Chelsea able to break? No, not quite. Not quite. Another corner for Wrexham now. Okay, that's a terrible ball, but I'm worried about them at corners. I think they've got us. They've got us no problems there. That's where they're going to get a goal from if they do. But 1-0 up so far. Chelsea playing okay football. Ian Maatsen with the goal. 2.5, 3 minutes in. You know, so far all things have been good. You can't complain at the moment. I'm sure I'll find something, but got to remember it's pre-season. And it doesn't actually matter. Even though it does still matter. I don't know why I'm trying to lie to myself. Of course it matters. I mean, it would. If it didn't matter, why am I up at 1:24 in the morning watching Chelsea versus Wrexham when I have to be up for work tomorrow at about 6 a.m? So I'm going to be next to useless in the office tomorrow. But it's okay. I have a valid excuse. Chelsea were playing. My boss will surely understand and allow me extra time to sleep and get my energy back, because they are just understanding of these situations. Nice ball. Great ball. Oh, Jackson. I want Jackson to get the ball a little bit more, because you kind of feel with Nkunku on the bench, he's only going to get 45 minutes. He's got an assist to his name, but I want to see him taking some shots. Christ, take your time, boys. You know what I mean? This guy has got like a Roy Delap throw on him. He launches this in. He's basically in the crowd for his run-up. Ball goes in. I mean, hits the penalty spot. Set up. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's coming. A Wrexham goal is coming. I've got a feeling. Maybe not in this first half, but I feel like they'll get one before all the elite stars come on. They just seem to love a good set piece. Do you have any opinions on who's looking good so far? Any new signings that are showing off a little bit, or any one of these kids that is starting to show actually maybe they should be in the fold for next season? I mean, Malo Gusto's been okay so far. He's been pretty solid. Obviously, Ian Maatsen's got his goal. He's been pretty lively on that wing, which is it's really tough to be on in those positions with the sort of quality that Chelsea have. And although that he's a left back, he can be used as a more attacking role. So I don't know if he'll hang around next season. I kind of hope he would, just to add more depth. And again, playing that left back role as well helps a little bit of depth in defence, because if Chilwell gets another injury of the type that he does tend to get, you want Cucurella and then you want someone else as well. You know, I know they've been using Hall recently, last season, but he's not a left back. He's a midfielder. You know, he's a centre mid. Play him as a centre mid. We might need to, the way our centre mid's looking this season. Okay, Jackson on the ball, holding up quite nicely, under a little bit of pressure. Needs a little bit more urgency though. He passed the ball off, but then he was a bit slow, just getting himself into a number 9 position again. But the thing I'm liking right now is there's options. On the ball, Chelsea have options. It's something that we really starved ourselves of last season. You know, if someone would get the ball, we'd be completely isolated. No one would be showing for him. But we're looking here now. I mean, Humphries has got the ball, and there's 3 players in front of him all asking for it. So that's nice to see. Oh, Mullins has done him. Mullins is faster than Gusto so far. And then fouled. This could be a prime get the ball in the box situation here. This could be the goal that I was dreading. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 runners into the box for Wrexham. Ollie Palmer looks like the back post. Oh, right to the back post. In. They're dangerous. We've got to be quick. Come on, you can be quicker than this getting out. Gusto on the ball. Looking for options. Pass it back to Chalobah. I would like to see a bit more hustle going forward there. Again, okay, yes, I know it's pre-season, 25 minutes of pre-season. You're still getting that feeling in your legs and you're getting back to fitness, but I'd just like to see a bit more intensity, a little bit more. Gusto running in. Okay, nice little cut inside. Overplayed the ball to Cucurella. Cucurella's able to keep it in. Down to Casady. Someone tell me the right way to say that. Santos back over. Moreira, I think his name is, the new kid. Shot on. Corner potentially? No, goal kick. Okay, drinks break because it's probably extremely hot out there. Was it North Carolina? Guessing it's pretty extreme with the sort of heat that America and Europe's been seeing. Not England. Yeah, it's not hot here. It is warm, but nothing special. So Chelsea 1-0 up halfway through the first half. Not much to report. If you aren't watching it, if you aren't able to get a stream, it's been a very classic first pre-season game. Finding your legs, finding that energy again, sort of putting a sprint in, but not playing at your full potential. Obviously, you don't want to overdo it before we start getting into the real action. Like I say, Wrexham back in league action in 17 days. You don't want to start picking up injuries and pulling calves and doing all sorts right now. Oh, excuse me. It is exhausting being up this late and having to go to work in the morning. Hopefully it pays off. Hopefully, even if someone out there is watching, if you just want to hit that subscribe button, be so appreciative. Really, really would love it. Get a couple of people hitting that subscribe button, checking out our content. Weekly podcasts on all things Premier League. If you listened to us last season, it was mainly us slagging Chelsea off every week, moaning that Manchester City were too good, moaning that Liverpool were cheating, and just being really impressed with people like Fulham and Brighton. So it was a good mix. So hit subscribe. Check us out on Spotify. You should actually be able to see a QR code in the bottom right hand corner. So, give it a little scan, try it out, get us over to all our social media feeds. So just do it. Whoever's watching, whoever may be watching, it would be greatly appreciated. Although maybe some of you have are thinking of going to bed, or maybe some of you are watching this in bed on their phones and maybe should go to bed because they've had a long day, and I wouldn't blame you. For some people, I'd actively encourage it. But, you don't have to listen to me, of course. Except when I say hit subscribe, because you should do that, obviously. Play back underway now. Now that the drinks break has been serviced, the fuel has been refueled, I guess. I'm not very good at this. I've got to get the hang of this live streaming and talking more, because, it's a little bit different. A little bit different to our usual edited podcasts and edited YouTube videos. So hopefully I'm entertaining someone out there. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. I also feel like I'm getting a cold. Very insightful. Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Oh, and we've lost the stream again. Internet is just about holding out. I think we're okay. I think we're good. This guy, Ben Tozer, has got an absolute cannon of a throwing on him. Genuinely, if you remember watching Roy Delap play for Stoke in the Premier League, it is like identical. Launching this ball at 30 yards. Played in really nicely there. Headed back in, and I think that was Ollie Palmer who... Oh no, it was David Lee? Someone? I've got no idea. I'll be honest, I'm not sure who it was. But header just off target. Should maybe have done a little bit better. But again, getting closer from Wrexham. Doing a bit better. Still not seeing a lot of Santos, which is a bit disappointing. I do want to see him get on the ball a bit and see what he's about. Thought Jackson could get through there, but unfortunately not. Good bit of speed in him though. Good bit of speed. He was hungry to try and get into the tackle and sped off afterwards. You know, from the last few years of watching Kai Havertz struggling in that number 9 position, it's should be nicer actually having a centre forward, having a striker. Yes, we had Lukaku, but you know, Lukaku in his days is a great striker. He just didn't have many of those days at Chelsea. Seemed to have them in shed loads for everyone else, but not for the club that originally brought him into English football. It's a real shame that never panned out. Could go down as one of the mysteries of Chelsea, is like how they didn't get those sort of players to be working. Your Lukaku's, your Courtois, your De Bruyne's. Honestly, if that had all worked, Mohamed Salah as well. The amount of world-class talent that came in and was just all wasted, at Chelsea. It's such a shame. And then you see them go to every other club, win trophies, and perform very well. I'm not performing very well in terms of trying to avoid yawning. Just coming up to 20-2 here in the UK. And I wonder how many more are sitting here watching Chelsea at this time in the morning. I don't think it's many, if I'm honest. I think most sensible people have taken the idea of, I will watch the highlights in the morning, like an insane person would. But I'm not sane because I'm a Chelsea fan. Anything for Chelsea, exactly. Too much for this club. Spent too many years of my life and too much of my hard-earned money following and watching this club, as I'm sure my girlfriend could attest to. Thought Chelsea were away there, but no, pulled back for a Wrexham free kick. Oh, quick, play the ball. Gotta play the ball better, Casady. He's getting caught up on the ball now. Matson in the middle. Gone out to Cucurella. Chukwueze. Oh. Just got a little bit crowded out there. I think everyone's taking an extra touch where maybe they don't need to. Trying to impress a little bit. Trying to show what they've got. I get it. But, pass the ball off when you need to. Get rid of it. Pass it off to someone else in space. Because surely, as a manager, you're looking at the players, and obviously you're looking for their individual skill, but you're also looking about how they fit into your system. You're looking to see, have they got the vision to find someone else, and have they got the intelligence to say, right, I can't do anything here. I could try a step over, I could try another touch, but I don't need to. Let's pass it off, keep the ball. Have that awareness. Gusto not so aware there, giving the ball away. Ball through the middle. Oh, okay. Recovered by Humphreys. That was a good little recovery run. I'll give him that. That was nice. A lot of play going through Gusto. But he's doing well. Yeah, I'm quietly impressed with him so far. Seems to have a good range of passing on him. Not sure about his tracking back just yet, but it seems to be good in the build-up play. He seems to be able to handle himself on the ball, which is nice. I mean, it's what you want from a footballer, right? Who you can play football. Yes, here with Wrexham playing so many players back, we're starting to get caught a little bit, running into sort of dead ends. When we do try and play into space, we're not able to. Jackson, though, in the middle, pulled it wide, too wide, way too wide. Couldn't get his shot away. What I was saying earlier, you don't need to take these extra touches. Clear it, take a shot, take your chance. Yeah, he took it a little bit wide and then stopped trying to come in. Couldn't. Just take the shot. Just go for it. Honestly, just show us what you can do. I mean, he's still young. He's still like under 22, I think. So there's obviously a lot of moulding still to be done. This is the reason why Pochettino's come in. To mould these young players, to treat them and get them together. And I mean, we spoke on an episode before the end of the season, or when it was confirmed that Pochettino had gotten the Chelsea job. I mean, I wasn't convinced at the signing. I think for a club like Chelsea and for players that they do have, I would have preferred an elite level manager who has a history, a track record of winning trophies. Someone, like the many managers that Chelsea have sacked in the past, like a Thomas Tuchel, bringing in that winning mentality, which he did the first time he was at Chelsea, and just reinvigorating everyone with, I know you're young, and I know you think you're really good, but you're not, because I've got the trophies to prove it, and you don't. I think it really gives a lot of players that push to say, right, I want that. I want what he's got. So let's go out and do it. Whereas obviously Pochettino doesn't have that track record. He obviously has, the league title at PSG, and he has a few other bits and bobs here and there. But he doesn't have that, trophy case of I am an elite winner. But he does bring that, that almost fatherly side of football, of mentorship, which hopefully we can utilise. Oh, Chelsea 2-0. Is that Maatsen again? Ian Maatsen's second goal. Done well there. Really, really done well. Nice finish. I mean, we're looking for a striker. Maatsen's right there, our left back, scoring goals. We don't have to worry about a striker at this rate. 2-0 up. Nice little 1-2 with Jackson again. Was that Jackson who played, or was it Chukwuemeka? Yeah, it was Chukwuemeka. Don't even know how to say his name, honestly. I've heard it about 20 different times. But good little finish. 2-0 up just before the break. So these players coming on at half-time, you expect the likes of Thiago Silva, Mykhailo Mudryk, to come on and have a bit of an easier pace to ease themselves into things. Suffering a little bit now, if I'm honest. The tiredness, I can feel it. And I'm feeling a little bit ill as well. So I do apologise if I sound horrible. But we are doing this for Chelsea. We are watching this for Chelsea. And to grow the SGFC, of course. There is a like button down there. There's a follow button. Hitting either one of them would make my night. Honestly, it really would. That sounded sarcastic, but it really would. We really appreciate it. There's also a QR code in the right hand corner if you haven't seen that already. Give that a little shoot. I guess use your camera, check out that QR code gives to all of our social media links, where sometimes we're funny, sometimes we're informative, sometimes we're neither. But come along for the conversation is what I want, what we all want here. Jackson holding up the ball quite nicely. Whenever the ball comes into him, he seems to have a good first touch on him. But again, just thwarted before he should take his shot. I just want to see, he can't go out of this game with not having a shot on target, surely. Nice little bit of interplay yet again from the Chelsea youngsters up top. Maatsen, Chukwuemeka, Kasedi. Take a shot, go on. Oh, maybe not. Jesus, that was bad. Is it I mean, the commentators are saying Kasadi. The spelling sounds like Kasadi. I've got to ask him next time I see him. Obviously, we're close mates. I'll have to ask him how he pronounces his name. But he's been having a good game. He's been really linking up the play nicely. He's been getting involved in some tackles. He's been doing really well, and it's a player that, again, with the limited resources that Chelsea have in the centre midfield now, someone that could potentially break through, could use this to their advantage. See, another build up, nothing coming of it. Just wrapping up the last few seconds before half time. I think we all need a bit of a break for 15 minutes. I know my voice does a little bit, and so does my nose, because I'm feeling a little bit ill. Header on to Paul Mullin. Kukurea keeping him out a little bit. Good ball over the top, actually. Mendy walking his way into the box. Lee up against Gusto. Done really... Oh, mate, look at some of this football. Oh. Santos stopping him on the edge of the box. But half time, Chelsea 2-0 up. What do we think? Doing well, or been a little bit lucky because it's pre-season against a League 2 side? Let us know. I love how all the players, it's half time. The referee blew as Chelsea were on the break, and all the Chelsea players are like surrounding the referee. So is Pochettino saying, "Why are you letting us score?" Like it's a pre-season friendly. Everyone, let's relax. We're 2-0 up. Don't worry, it's okay. But Ian Maatsen double, putting Chelsea in a nice commanding position going into half time. So, like I say, these first team players coming in should have a much easier night on their hands. Much better than I thought we would be. I thought Chelsea would be losing 2-0. Honestly, genuinely thought we'd be losing. Maybe Pochettino is having a positive effect. Hopefully he is, because Chelsea can't have many more things going against them. But you never know. You never know. He should be, now that the squad size is reduced, that's got to help. You've got to think that having just a core set of players now is helping communication, is helping training. Because there were reports that even in the Graham Potter era of last season, that players were having to get changed in the hallways because there wasn't enough space in the dressing room. Now, can you imagine being a professional athlete? I mean, I can't imagine that, nowhere near that level. But you're on 70, 80,000 pounds a week, and you're getting changed out in the hallway because there's too many of you. It just, the dynamic. I mean, it's like a teacher trying to teach in a class where there's 50 students. No one's gonna get the attention they want or need. There's everything's gonna be interpreted so differently, and you're not gonna have the time to spend with everyone to make it a cohesive unit. we have my co-host now in the chat saying good evening, Blues. Well, good evening, Seb. How are you doing? What are your thoughts on the 2-0 scoreline so far? I've been saying, it's been good. Chelsea have been a bit more dynamic, but it is obviously still pre-season against a newly promoted League 2 side. But so far, so good. That's all we need to see. So far, so good. I'm not sure who is going to be coming on at half time. I'm just going to go check the subs for Chelsea. So subs on the bench, you've got Thiago Silva, Raheem Sterling, Alfie Gilchrist, Kepa, Arrizabalaga, obviously, Ben Chilwell, Angelo Gabriel, don't really know who he is, Christopher Nkunku, Conor Gallagher, Lewis Bergstrom, and Lewis Hall. Like I say, I think I see Nkunku coming on for Jackson. I think he's had his 45 minutes. Unfortunately, no shots for him. But Pochettino would probably be very eager to get Nkunku into the thick of it straight away and start learning how to work with some of these players. Also see Ben Chilwell coming on. It's he needs the game time after a long injury ravaged season last season. He just needs minutes. Bless him. I think maybe you wait for Raheem Sterling and Thiago Silva, who should be in a better shape, and they shouldn't need the minutes right now because there will be other opportunities in pre-season. Seb saying it's been fun to watch, but you can tell the players who need a loan. I mean, in terms of players that need a loan, I've been relatively happy with Ian Maatsen. For a left back playing in a left wing position, which we discussed is heavily contested at Chelsea with the talent they've got there, but he's putting on a show. He's showing, listen, I can perform. And yes, it's League 2 opposition, but he's linking up really well with Jackson, which should work in his favour. Jackson's playing a good centre forward position, linking up, got himself 2 little assists. Oh, he didn't get 2 assists, got the 1 assist, but it's working. So I don't think one of them is Ian Maatsen. I haven't seen a lot of Andres Santos so far, which has been disappointing. Casadi, the Italian midfielder, has been nice. I don't know if he's done enough already to keep him in the squad, but he's been good. A few youngsters out there, obviously, that will be nowhere near the first team, like Diego Moyori. He's obviously not going to be anywhere near. Bashir Humphreys. Again, we're using him to give everyone else a bit of a rest and just go out and enjoy yourself for 45 minutes, kid. But it's been okay so far. There's no players here apart from the young ones that we just mentioned that are screaming out we need a loan. I think it's been pretty solid so far, and that's all you can ask for from your first pre-season game, I reckon. Oh. Okay, I'm bored of adverts now. Let's get back to the football, shall we? And, I've been enjoying 45 minutes of Chelsea again. It's felt like it's been a very long time since I've been able to do that. So don't take it away from me with a long, half-time break. Let's just have a little bit of water. Let's get going. Let's get back into it. Don't give my football back and then take it away from me immediately. You can't do that. Like giving a little orphan a bowl of porridge and then just snatching it away from his hands. Let him enjoy it. As we now approach 2 a.m. here in the UK. I mean, I'm not sure what time some people have to be up for work. For me, it's about 6 o'clock to leave at 6:30. I'm not sure how productive I'm going to be tomorrow. Seb saying Nkunku's position will be interesting. I think you're right. Like I say, I think he'll come on for Nicholas Jackson, but we've seen it. He can play all across that front three. So will he come on for Ian Maatson? You don't know. Will he come on for Miari? Potentially. It might be quite a nice experiment to do, working Jackson and Nkunku together. Sort of a double threat. It's weird that Chelsea might have more than one regular goal scorer. It's just been so long since we've had that. The days of Anelka, Drogba, Malouda, Fabregas, Costa, Oscar. The days where we could rely on multiple sources for like 10 plus goals. Feels like it's been forever. Genuinely feels like it's been forever. But I think it'd be nice to see Jackson and Nkunku play together. Let's do it. This is the time to experiment, right? 2-0 up. Let them loose. Let them do some real damage. If we could get my tone has changed completely, saying that we were going to lose at the beginning. But if Chelsea can get a nice 4-5-0 win under the belts first thing, it should really set a good example for pre-season and give the whole camp a good feeling for what could happen and what they could achieve. So let's start this as we mean to continue. Okay, we're nearly there. A few more minutes and we're back in the action, thankfully, because this lack of football and the quiet is making me feel a little bit sleepy. Just got held out for another 45 minutes. I'm sure I can do it. I hope I can do it, because if not, this is going to be a stream of me sleeping at my desk, which even less people want to see that, I'm sure. Maybe there's some people with a sleep fetish out there, but you don't want to see it. It's not what we're here for. We're here for football. We're here for Chelsea talk. We're here for all things Premier League on the SGFC podcast, which is in video form, is in audio form. Go and check them out. Spotify, Google Play, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. All of it every week, new podcasts. We're getting back into it as the season is coming about again. So go and hit subscribe. You can do it, Brucey. I will try. Not that I have any chocolate cake in front of me. I don't think that would help, actually. That definitely would. Maybe the sugar would help. I should have got a Red Bull or a Monster or something to help power me through. But we'll stick to H2O for now. Coffee and cake in the fridge. I'll be having neither, thank you. Do not need coffee. Stand coffee. I actually had a conversation with one of the guys I work with today. He looked over and said, "Greg, how do you survive without coffee?" I said, "I don't know. I think it's just pure hatred gets me through the day. It works just the same as caffeine." He was very impressed, and yeah, I've never liked coffee. Can't stand it. I can't stand it in cake form, in coffee form, in iced form, in hot form, in I don't know. You can make anything, and I wouldn't like it. Coffee flavored ice cream, coffee flavored ice cream. Disgusting. Oh, it's coming. The sleep is coming. 45 minutes. That's all we've got to do. We've got to hold out for 45 more minutes. Hopefully a few goals to keep the excitement going. Because we need some action to keep these eyes open. Alright. Wrexham back out. Couldn't tell if there's been any changes. Looks like there's some changes for Chelsea. Looks like Ben Chilwell's coming on. Conor Gallagher. And Nkunku's on. Okay, here we go. A lot of changes. Yep, so Conor Gallagher on for Chelsea. Trying to catch some of the others. Sterling's on as well. So, lots of changes at half-time. Right, here we go. And Nkunku is on. Is Jackson on? Can't see him. It's hard to tell in pre-season games because they don't do, obviously, any sub-boards or anything. Let's see if there's any. Let's see if they're on the website or... Let's go on. Let's give it a quick refresh. Lineups. No, not yet. I don't know how many changes there's been. Looks like quite a lot. Say Sterling's on. We've got Nkunku on. I think Jackson's gone off. Conor Gallagher's on. Santos has stayed on. So let's see how it lines up. Again, it's hard to tell in preseason games what's going on because it's a bit more, not amateur hour, but it's a bit more lax in terms of, you know, how things go and procedures. Ben Foster looks like he's gone off, taking his GoPro with him, I'm sure. Okay, right, so a few of the substitutions that have come in. So Cucurella's gone off, Ben Chilwell has come on. That's one. The website is slowly updating all of them. Conor Gallagher's come on. Looks like he's going to play in the middle. Chalobah's still on, which is good to see. God, it's taking a while to update who's actually come on the pitch. Oh, Wrexham really broken quickly here. Oh, Mullin. So bad the shot has gone out for a throw-in. But it was a really good break from Wrexham. Behind the Chelsea line, off he goes. Really would have been a tight angle, so Cummings should have had it covered. But, yeah, Mullin's a good striker. He scored, 30-odd goals last season? Another Tozer throw coming in here. Oh, easily away. Well done, boys. Nice and easy. I think I have to resort to Twitter to see some of these changes because the Chelsea website just is not updating it at all. That doesn't even look like Twitter's got it. No one knows what's going on. We're not sure who's playing, who's not playing. Let's just roll with it. Let's just see what happens, eh? Let's see if the Chelsea website ever updates. It's still only showing just one sub, but there's definitely been more than the one. Maybe the admins are tired as well. I wouldn't blame them. Oh, play through the middle, because... Oh, almost. There's a nice ball through the middle from Andre Santos. Really was. I think it was the first meaningful thing he's done in this game. And nearly set Caicedo through. Oh, another decent ball in from Wrexham. That they're really able to attack Chelsea down these wings. But seriously, who are some of these players? Honestly. Alfie Gilchrist is on. Right foot central defender. Okay. Good to know some of these players. Because I don't know all of these players coming in. There's so many youngsters probably on the pitch right now and around the subs bench. It's pretty tough. Right, okay, so Sterling's come on, Chilwell's come on, Gallagher's come on, Angelo Gabriel's come on, Christopher Nkunku's come on, and Alfie Gilchrist, and Chupomotinga's gone off, Matson's gone off, Moreira's gone off, Jackson's gone off, Cucurella's gone off, and Gusto's gone off. So a full change of the front four and both wing backs, which was, it was to be expected. I guess, it is a shame to see, not see the Nkunku Jackson link up, but I always thought that Nkunku would be playing as a centre forward, so this is his chance to show what he does as number 9. I think Jackson, I'm not going to say covered himself in glory, but he did well in that first half. He held the ball up when he needed to. He linked up the play really nicely. Obviously, he was just missing some shooting, and he took a few touches where he didn't need to. But, first game with the team, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Coming up to 50 minutes played now, and Chelsea still 2-0. And I am feeling the tired now. I'm not sure why I thought this live stream was a good idea, because I'm so tired. But it's been fun. It has been definitely been something a little bit different. Everything seems to have slowed down a little bit now for Chelsea. I think it's the new players just sort of adjusting to things and finding their positions a little bit, because it's a lot less frantic right now. Yeah, Chelsea, they seem to have lost a bit of the momentum they had in that first half. Again, it is down to the substitutions. Things are a bit slower in terms of the build-up. There's less runners, it feels like now. And Nkunku coming very deep for the ball as well in these phases. Oh, excuse me. That yawn is 20 past 2 now. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of Conor Gallagher's new little man bun there. Did like his flowing mane of last season. Like, play it. Oh. Pull back for a foul. Chelsea could have broken with Gallagher and Nkunku, but unfortunately Caicedo with a little foul on the Wrexham player. nearly Wrexham again, almost down the wing, exposing Chelsea a little bit, which would be slightly concerning for Pochettino. And the next big question we really have to ask ourselves now is the Lukaku situation. Where is he going to be playing his football next season? Obviously, he originally wanted his return to Milan. Seems to have ballsed all that up by apparently talking to Juventus behind Inter's back and trying to get himself a move there, because Juventus is currently in the process of trying to sell Vlahovic to PSG. And they can't finance a move to Lukaku until Vlahovic is gone. Chelsea just obviously want rid of Lukaku as soon as possible. They're trying to push, him towards the Saudi bids, which would obviously be a lot higher than anything Inter Milan or Juventus could afford. But Lukaku still has the mindset that he can play at the top level in Europe, which he can. Let's not get that wrong. He is still an elite striker. Just an elite striker that doesn't want to be anywhere near Chelsea. And maybe some people should have done some digging and asked these questions when they originally signed him for upwards of £100 million for one season of I think it was just over 20 goals in all competitions. It's not exactly good return for your money there. Just coming up to the final half an hour now. The game has slowed down so much. So much. Sterling's come on. He's not really been able to get any runs at players yet. He's sort of been hounded and tackled quite a lot to really stop him dribbling past anyone. It's not helping my sleep. My sleep deprived state right now. So I need to see some action. I need a flare up. Because this possession football of pass it around the back is not doing it for me. I'm sorry, Chelsea, you're not keeping me awake with this. And apparently Sterling's a little bit sleepy as well, giving the ball away, but recovered well by Ben Chilwell. Cesadi, I can't remember honestly, the Italian kid likes a good little run through players, which is nice to see. Did just get himself yellow carded for a little bit of a late challenge after losing the ball, but he's showing a bit of promise here, which is good. Yeah, okay. Just seen the tackle again. It's a yellow card even in a Premier League game. Cesare Casadei. Okay, so we call him Casadei now, not Casadi or whatever I was saying before. Casadei. I have to remember that. As maybe he becomes a household name at Chelsea. We don't know. But I remember Casadei. Oh, a big challenge there. Well done. Well done, Santo. What do we think, people in the chat? How are Chelsea doing so far? Has there been anyone that stood out for you? Is there anyone that is maybe not pulling their weight so far in pre-season? Let us know in the chat. Let's have a little talk about it as I try and just fight off the sleep, which is coming like the tax man. It's inevitable. Inevitable. This is a bit better from Chelsea now. Bit of fast play. And Kunku unable to get on the end of it though. Oh, God. Oh, Santos nearly getting through a few players there. He's worked his way into the game a little bit now. He's done little flashes, which has been quite nice. Little flashes of brilliance. Again, I don't know if he's going to be around the first team, but he seems to be doing something. Lewis Hall coming on now. And just mentioned Andre Santos, he has now come off. Lewis Hall actually could play in midfield. His regular position, which must be quite nice for him. Okay, hopefully a decent free kick position here from Chelsea. Who's over the ball? Conor Gallagher and someone's number who I cannot see. 21, Ben Chilwell as well. Come on, good ball. Good ball. We want another goal. Inter Nkunku, who looks like he gets a touch, but nothing proper on it. It's a shame. And then Sterling volleys wide. Still not a fan of Raheem Sterling at Chelsea. I wasn't a fan when he first joined. He's done, obviously it's been a tough season for everyone, but as being one of the more experienced players in that Chelsea team, he for me, he doesn't do enough to motivate the rest of the team, to drive the younger players and set an example. He very much feels to me one of those players that floats. Like when things aren't going right, he will sit and just go with the flow and not try and affect things, not try and drive change, but instead just, sort of gives up as soon as everyone else does. It's the last 25 minutes now. I'm okay if they want to end this game early, though. I really am. Sleep is coming for me. Here we go. And needing to be up in 3.5 hours. Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough today. After work, there is nothing to do, though, thankfully. So I'll take a very rare night of just doing nothing. Hopefully I can come home. Don't have to clean and tidy and do this and do that. I can just sit and just let my brain just switch off for a night and not have to think about anything. That would be bliss. It really would. Because it's going to be long. The work is going to be one of the longest days that I've ever worked, I feel, on what will be 3 hours sleep. Good thing I don't work in a highly technical industry and with some very particular software that needs very careful attention, because that would be awful. God, thank God that isn't the case, hey? Hey ho. Let's have a look at some of these analytics while it's all nice and quiet and there's no one in here. 30 views, better than I thought it would be. Yeah, that's not bad. Pretty happy with that. A couple of chats. Oh, that's all right, to be fair. You know, for a first stream, for a very small channel. But I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. Let's also check the MLS All-Star game, see how that got on. I saw that Gabriel Jesus scored a goal. Oh, it is 2-0 to Arsenal at half-time. To be expected, really. I mean, the MLS at the moment doesn't have a lot of all-star quality, I think you could say, in the nicest possible way. Be interesting to see what the Arsenal lineup is like, though. Let's have a look. The lineups. See if people like Declan Rice are playing. No, he's not just yet. Jorginho in there. Is he on the bench? He is on the bench, though. Along with Kai Havertz. No, well, I mean, good on Arsenal. It's not going to make... I don't think there's anything there that Wayne Rooney can do as manager of the MLS All-Stars. He hasn't got the sort of All-Stars he used to have. The Pirlos, the David Villas, the Lampard, the Gerrards. It's not that same MLS anymore. Even though Messi's there, it's not the same. Wrexham with a chance. Still there. No. Just about taken away. Just about. That was some good little play there from Wrexham. Got the ball in. Just couldn't get the feet right. But Chelsea have broken. Into the box now. Cut back. Ball in. Back post. Sterling. Oh, Sterling heading it over. Oh. That should have been a goal. That should have been a goal. I mean, Sterling, not exactly renowned for his heading quality, but free at the back post, no pressure from the keeper who stayed on his line. Should have gone down, headed it down to the floor. Disappointing. But, again, I've got to remember, first pre-season game. Just too critical. Good thing I'm not a football manager, because I'd be so critical of pre-season games and demanding 100% when we know they just don't have it in the tanks at the moment. You know, they're coming back from their holidays and they're just not at that level right now. But, you know, the second half has been a lot quieter. It's been a bit more disruptive with substitutions. Chelsea have been a bit more lackluster, I think. They were much better in the first half, much quicker in the attack, having Maatsen and Jackson linking up really nicely. Seemed to work. And this is the second half. There's, Nkunku's not been able to get into the game yet. There's been much more chances for Wrexham coming down the wings. Maybe that's a credit to Cucurella. I mean, first time I've credited him, I would say. But a little bit left now. 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes left. Thank God, because I'm exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. But, anyone else watching this, where are you watching it from? Are you awake at 25-3 now? Because you shouldn't be. If you're in the UK and you're watching this, you don't need to be. It's not worth it at the moment. It really isn't. Still weird seeing Pochettino as Chelsea manager. It's just, there's something that's unnatural about it, and he's going to have to convince me a lot that he is the man for the job. It's going to take a long time. Will he be here for a long time? That's another question, Seb saying a change of formation has killed the flow. Absolutely. The 4-3-3 before was working really nicely. Nkunku now is just so isolated. He's not even getting a touch of the ball, where beforehand Jackson was involved. He had the support around him to make an impact, and now there just isn't. We're happy to keep possession. We're happy to pass it around, and it's a bit boring. I know we're not here for exciting football. First game of pre-season. I've said it about 10 times this 90 minutes, but we want to have a bit of fun. We're not staying up till 3 a.m. to watch possession-based football. We want to see some goals. We want to see some action, and it's been very limited so far. And what shouldn't be limited is the like button. Click it. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. You can hit that. That can be your action for these last 15 minutes. Chuck a like in there. Chuck a subscribe. It would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I am flagging here. I'm watching the clock go down in the game. 15 odd minutes left. And man, am I ready for this to be done. Absolutely ready for this to be done. Again, Nkunku just not able to get the ball right now. I mean, he's being marked pretty heavily, but he's not able to get anything. God, give the guy the ball. Come on. And then Sterling very easily tackled off the ball. And we've got to try and start again now. And Nkunku looking a little bit frustrated, wandering around trying to find a space for himself. But welcome to the life of a striker at Chelsea. You don't get a lot of service, and when you do, it tends to be not the service that you want or work off. New goalkeeper coming on for Chelsea. I think his name is Bargstrom. Yeah, Lucas Bergstrom, 6'7". God, he's a big lad. Oh, God, just over 10 minutes now. Just over 10 minutes. I am holding on just about. But, I mean, I guess it's probably time to start summing up the game because I don't see any more goals. First half, with a 4-3-3, things look good. The system seemed to work. Players seem to like the flow. There seem to be good connections between the players. We've now moved to this, was it 3-4-3? Or I'm not sure exactly what position we're playing at the moment, but it's not worked. It's very disjointed. The spaces aren't there. The breaks aren't available for the forward players. So it's an experiment for Pochettino that hasn't worked out. I think going forward we need to keep the 4-3-3 formation. I think for the players that we've got in there, especially in those front three positions, we have to keep it. You look at a mix of Mudryk, Madueke and Nkunku, or Jackson, Nkunku and Sterling, or even Maatsen if he stays, and Gallagher potentially. There's so many options you could choose in those front three that really should be our position going forward. But we use this time to experiment. Like we say, this is pre-season. This is try your ideas, see if they work. If they don't, no harm, no foul. Sterling coming into the box, finally getting a chance to sort of dribble, taking it a little bit too far. Gallagher with a shot. Oh, Gallagher scores. As 30 seconds after I say there'd be no more goals, Gallagher gets a goal. Decent strike from outside the area. Looks like it does get a deflection. Wasn't the greatest shot of all time, but he'll take it. Nice pre-season goal for him with his new man bun to christen his pre-season tour of America. Let's have a look. Sterling brings it along, comes along the byline. Oh, looking at it, maybe it didn't actually get a deflection. Maybe the keeper just saw it late as it came through a crowd. Not complaining though. Chelsea 3, Wrexham 0, just under 10 minutes to go. And my bed is calling me. So we'll be ending this stream as soon as the 90th minute whistle goes, so I can get some sleep. Because, my God, let's see where the next Chelsea game is. I hope it's at a more reasonable time. Because, I can't do this too often. I'm too old now. Sunday the 23rd, Chelsea and Brighton kick off at midnight. And then Thursday the 27th, Newcastle versus Chelsea at 1:15 in the morning. Sunday the 30th, Chelsea play Fulham at 7:45. That's fine. And then the 3rd of August again, Chelsea play Dortmund at 1:30 in the morning. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay up for all of those, if I'm perfectly honest. I think this might be a one-off pre-season stream. Maybe for the Brighton game that's at 7:15. That won't be a problem. I can deal with that. But staying up till 1:30, not having kick-off till 1:30 on a Thursday, that's a push. That's a real push. He says, as it's 10-3 now. And just hoping and praying there's not a lot of extra time. I mean, there shouldn't be. There's been the subs, but there's been no major stoppages, as there won't be in a pre-season game. No injuries, no fouls, no altercations. I think there's been one yellow card for Casadei. Well earned. He absolutely deserved it. So hopefully it comes to the 90th minute, he just blows the whistle. Because honestly, it's rough now. It's rough.
Is Cucurella coming on again? Chalobah coming off. Cucurella being subbed on. Despite being subbed off. The joys of pre-season, hey, and like I said the lax rules around just around substitutions. Yeah, Cucurella coming back on for his second stint of the game. And playing at centre-back. That's going to go well. Another good ball. Dead ball in from Wrexham. Chelsea struggled to get it away. Ooh. But blocked. And out for a corner? Out for a corner, yeah. Okay. Wrexham appealing for a handball. Have a quick look at the replay. Oh. Okay. It hits Casadei as he comes down. Hits him on the hand. There's no control there. None at all. It's it was never going to be given. Sterling away at the corner. Disappointing. The Wrexham have had better dead ball opportunities in this game. But Chelsea very easy to deal with this. There you go. And Nkunku with the quick pass to Sterling. One again. Let him loose. Sterling. Oh. Messes the final pass up to Nkunku, who would have been through on goal. Disappointing. Yeah, I do feel sorry for Nkunku so far. Not had any of the ball at all. I mean, 0 shots between Nkunku and Jackson in 90 minutes against Wrexham. It's disappointing because you want to start getting them firing as soon as possible. But hey ho. Yeah, there's still plenty of opportunities. Against much harder opposition, the likes of Dortmund, Newcastle, Brighton, Fulham. But let's see what happens. I guess let's see what happens. Oh, and Nkunku finally been played through. Is he going to finish round the keeper? Oh, great finish. Great finish from Nkunku. You know, he lost the ball. Looks like the goalkeeper got a touch on it as he went round him. But he doubled back on himself. Shot at goal. Fantastic. That's what Chelsea fans have wanted to see. A goal scorer. A goal scorer for Chelsea. Oh my God. It's actually happening. But good on him. That'll be great for his confidence, having not had much of the ball this half at all. For his ability and just having that shot and getting the goal will do his confidence a load of good. Great finish. Really good finish, to be fair. "4-0. Game about to be over and Greg about to go to bed." Just praying the referee blows the whistle now. Come on. Blow the whistle, ref. While we're waiting for the ref, thank you for everyone that has joined us on the stream today. Much appreciated. It is our first one, so it's a bit amateur hour, you know, so I appreciate you holding on and giving us even a few minutes of your time. Head out, check us out on check us out on all the social media pages. There will be a link in the description. Hit the like, hit subscribe. We really, really appreciate it. As the ref now has I think he has the whistle in his mouth. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. 5-3. Come on, ref. Call it. Go on. You can do it. No, the ball's gone. Finished. Whistle's gone for offside. Thought that was the final whistle. Hoped it was the final whistle more than anything, if I'm honest. The mouse is now hovering over the end stream button because we're ready. Come on. Take the quick free kick. Let's go. We still go. 92 minutes. Come on, ref. Just call it, please. I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting to happen in the next 30 seconds, maybe. But I can't essentially leave the game early. I can't do it. Ref, just call it. Come on. Look. There's nothing happening. Call it. Blow your whistle. Ref, please. Referee, please blow your whistle. Come on. Oh, ball's through. Chilwell. 5-0. 93rd minute. Ben Chilwell played through. I think it was Nkunku played the ball through. And the referee has just blown the whistle as well. 93rd minute goal from Ben Chilwell makes it 5-0. I just want to see the replay very quickly, if they're going to show it. Oh no, it was Angelo played the ball through. Really nice ball. Really good finish from Ben Chilwell, chipping it over the keeper. 93rd minute, 5-0 Chelsea. End of the stream from SGFC. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the future. Goodbye.